I'm at a rather large car park in China, testing out a whole bunch of different Geely vehicles. One EV hatchback, one sedan, and one family SUV. And I'm going to play a bit of a game to find out where Geely's strategy wins and where it falls flat. It's the ultimate love, marry, forget. Challenger brands have a problem. We know they can do cheap, we know they can do fast, but can they do everything? For decades, Toyota has owned the Aussie driveway because they have a vehicle for every stage of your life. These Chinese brands only win in some pockets. You've got the BYD Shark 6 for tradies, you've got countless budget-style SUVs, but no Challenger brand has managed to dominate the whole lot. Until maybe now. All right, let's start with the Geely EX2. This is a tiny little EV hatchback from the brand, and the range, about 310 kilometers on the CLTC, so maybe a bit less. However, we're likely to get a 40 kilowatt hour battery pack with the Aussie version, and that's going to have a more powerful 85 kilowatt, 150 Newton meter engine. So that should be pretty good. DC fast charging should take about 21 minutes, peaking at 70 kilowatts, 30 to 80%. And the design is pretty cool. It's got these stylized headlights, nice, and there's no grille. Look at that, it's all smooth. It can do that because it's an EV. It doesn't really need a whole lot of cooling at the front. It's got these cute little 4-spoke alloy wheels. This one is finished in pink. We will be getting this color in Australia when this vehicle arrives in about the third quarter of 2026. And this one's got the contrasting black roof as well. And now we have the Geely Emgrand EMI. So this one's not confirmed for Australia, but they are definitely looking at it. And it's got a much more corporate face. It doesn't have the cutesy smiliness of the EX2, and it certainly doesn't come in pink. I'll tell you that right now. Yes, it's a pretty cool design. It's got a big old grille. There is a 1.5 litre turbo engine in this, and also an electric motor, or possibly two. We don't know exactly what we're getting yet. This is the thing. It's not a particularly powerful vehicle either, but it is super efficient. Geely is saying this thing will do about 1,000 kilometers to a tank and a charge, and it'll do about 80 kilometers in pure electric. And they're saying 2.2 litres per 100 kilometers, which is very, very efficient. Do we believe them? Maybe. We'll see when we get it in Australia, if we get it in Australia. So this is the Geely M9, and it's been getting a lot of interest from Aussie buyers. This is a 3-row large SUV that's kind of positioned as a high-tech ultra-value alternative to vehicles like the BMW X7. I'm not sure whether it's going to win over BMW buyers, but it certainly does have a bold look to it. Really cool looking LED lights, sparkly grille. The tail end looks pretty sleek. This does have a bit of a premium look and feel to it. There is no doubt about that. And check out some of the features. These sideboards here pop out automatically. You want cameras on the M9? We've got cameras. We've got cameras. We've got cameras absolutely everywhere. This one is actually a plug-in hybrid. This thing can apparently do more than 1,300 kilometers on a full tank of fuel and a full charge. So it's about 5.2 meters long, and it's going to be pretty powerful. We'll probably get the 390 kilowatt version. It's got 2 electric motors, 1 petrol motor, but there's even one that pumps out more than 600 kilowatts power. Do you even need that? Maybe you do. So there are 2 different battery types. There's an 18 kilowatt hour and a 41 kilowatt hour battery you can get with this bad boy. And that will give you between 100 and 200 kilometers of EV only range. So yeah, here's the thing as well. This won't be as expensive as you think. All right, so we're in the EX2, and I've got a couple of other journos in the back and a driver. Say hi, boys.
Hello.
And off we go. All right, this is the low power version. We're probably not going to get this one, and it takes off very slowly indeed, but it's rear wheel drive setup, and it's got really nice accurate steering. The Ling Long tyres are squealing a little bit, but this little city car feels pretty good. Like, that rear wheel drive element does give it, you know, the nose feels pretty good. The steering's fairly precise. We're not going to get long in this car, so it's not going to be like a in-depth review. But to be honest, I like what I'm feeling so far. This is a really, really easy little car to drive. Spinning the wheel, I think this could be a little gem, maybe.
Perfect. Good job, man.
And this is the sedan, and it has a bit of a feel of the EX5, similar sort of steering wheel. And you know what? Actually feels pretty good. I was expecting this to be the Forget, but it's handling rather nicely, quite flat. So it's got a petrol engine and 2 e-motors. In this tight and twisty sort of car park course, the steering wheel feels a bit wonky compared to the EX2. I prefer that steering wheel, but I think out in the real world, it probably won't be too bad. And the tyres feel a little bit better than the EX2 perhaps. But yeah, this is a rather fine motor vehicle from first impressions. It feels quite resolved. I don't mind this one. Okay, so now we are in the Geely M9 and we're gonna do a launch. So let's go. Whoa! Oh, mate. Oh, that's pretty quick. That is pretty quick. The brakes are pretty good too. So we're on a different course. This is, we don't get to do the same courses in the EX2, but there is a slalom up here. It's a little bit different. And I gotta say, that is insane. That is fast. Like, I'm not sure if this is the 390 kilowatt version or the 640 kilowatt version, but it absolutely honks. That is, nobody needs that much power. That is insane. So now we're gonna check the handling through the slalom. Okay, yeah, she's a big Bertha. There's a bit of body roll there. But, I mean, the steering is fairly accurate and like the other Geely, it's just very easy to get in and go. Very easy to drive. Oh, mate, acceleration. It's mad. So I'm sitting in the EX2 and it's pretty nice for what is a budget vehicle. This is probably going to be sub 30K. I don't mind it. I mean, there are some interesting finishes here. You've got these sort of gloss black plastic areas, and at night you get like a city skyline that appears behind them. I'm not sure everyone's going to love that, but look, it's different. But electric seats, power windows, the steering wheel controls are really good. Check this out. It's simple, but it's really effective. I like what they've done here. And this is what it's called in China. The Geomi? I'm not sure. Anyway, you've got a small digital display here. You've got a 14.6 inch digital screen here that is currently in a language I don't understand. But as you can see, it all moves pretty quickly. Like, this is responding really nicely to touch input. We've also got a wireless phone charger here. I love the little gear stick. You've got park here. You've got a couple of hard controls, which is nice. So you can turn on the fan, the AC, and 2 cup holders here. Little storage bin, not too shabby. I personally wouldn't go for the white seats. That's just me. But yeah, it does give it an airy sort of look and feel. Have a quick look in the back seat, and I have spent a little bit of time here already, and it's not too bad. It's got a flat floor if I move my bag, so you can scooch up and down here nice and easily. USB-A, 2 air vents, and yeah, the comfort levels are good. The cushioning's nice, and I've got reasonable headroom for a little tiny compact car, and the seats are sort of set up in a way I can sort of lean back, and I'm quite comfortable. It's kind of relaxing. Is it love? We shall see. What about the boot? Let's have a quick look. Oh, it's powered, nice. That's not too shabby. I mean, there's a low lip there, and there's going to be no spare tyre because it is an EV, but yeah, for a teeny tiny compact car, it's not bad. Plus, you've got the 60-40 split fold, if I can move the seatbelt there. Not too bad. Let's have a better look at the M Grand, and it's nice compared to the EX2. It's a lot more, it's a bit like the outside, it's a bit more corporate, but it's also a little bit fancier. There's a bit more going on. We've got a large 14.6 inch touchscreen here, and like all of them, it runs very quickly. Everything responds very nicely. Really nice feeling air vents here. We've got a single wireless phone charger, cup holders, no spring-loaded anything there though. The cups are going to slop around everywhere. Again, I love physical controls here. What's this? This is volume control at the moment, and the steering wheel too. Like I said in the drive, not a huge fan of the shape, but the buttons are really good. It all works really, really nicely. It feels good. There is a sense of quality in this car. They don't feel cheap and nasty. Like, that is a really positive thing, because they are quite affordable. If you look at the EX5 right now, that's very good value for money. Interestingly, there are petrol-only versions of this sold overseas, but we'll only get this this hybrid version if it comes here. And yeah, I kind of feel like it should. Like it's not a bad option. And if Geely wants to take on rivals like Toyota, it's going to need a car in almost every single market segment. Okay, I'm in the back seat and it feels tighter than the EX2. I don't have a huge amount of headroom. Again, the seats are tilted back, and like the front, the seats are really nice. There's a nice sort of, I'm guessing it's fake leather, but it feels good, and the cushions are comfy, and yeah, it's not too bad. There's a couple of air vents here. Oh, let's spin around. There we go. There's a couple of air vents here, one USB-C port. And yeah, like the front, it's fairly tastefully finished. It's not luxurious. It's sort of upmarket. And like a lot of sedans, the boot is pretty big. This does not have a power-operated boot. Popped it open. But some people like that. It's quicker to open and close. This is big though. This is really big. The spec sheet's a little bit hard to read, but it feels to me like there's more than 550 litres of space here. It is deep and it is useful. I think I like the practicality of this car. Yes. Okay, the M9. This is the big boy. Instantly, it feels so nice. Look at these soft cushions we've got here on the seats. It is amazing. I've got lots and lots of different adjustments for the seats. Have I got, believe I've got massage too. Yes, it's so good. The steering wheel is really nice too. They've got really simple, elegant controls. I really like the digital dashboard too. That's kind of cool. I like, it's super slim. But there's also a, what do they call it? Augmented reality head-up display, 35 inches or something like that. The Chinese cars are loaded with tech. This is pretty impressive. The central touchscreen is bananas. It's like pretty much wall to wall. It's almost too big. 30 inches plus another 30 inches. So let's call that 60 inches. That is a big, big screen. There's a lot going on here. Do you need all that? I don't know. I feel like if you're doing a lot of, your passenger wants to watch movies and stuff, that's cool. And we'll get onto the rear screen in a minute. But yeah, it's really impressive. All the materials are really nice. Like this, like the EX2 was pretty good for a price. And then the M Grand stepped it up, quite lovely. This is really nice. This is getting close to Zeekr level of premium, and it's no surprising that Geely owns Zeekr and also Volvo, and there's a sense that this is really well built. It's really nicely finished, generally pretty tasteful as well. And did I mention there's a massage going on? It's been a long hot day. This is the best. Some of the other features include a 27 speaker Fly Me audio system, and I don't know if you need 27 speakers and 2,600 watts, but that's what you can get. I kind of feel like this would be a good car if they dialed it back a bit, kept the price reasonable. But let's have a quick look in the back, because I think this is going to be of more interest to family buyers. All right, let's have a look in the back seat, and it looks pretty much as fancy as the front seats. These are the captain's chairs. Not too shabby at all. And like the front, the quality of the leather is really nice. I'm not sure if it's real or fake, but it feels great. Now, I'm gonna sit here and shut the door, and let's see, I've got power operated seats. Yes, I'm sliding this bad boy back, and I wonder if we've got massage. I'm not sure if we do back here. I don't have enough time with these vehicles to really go in depth, but oh, no, we do. We do. We have massage seats. There's a little dial on the side of the seat here. This is good. And check this out too. Business class, anyone? That's pretty cool. The whole setup is really impressive. You've got the climate controls for the back seat here too. Oh, let's turn that off. That feels a bit hot. And coolie box too. Wouldn't mind a drink of water, but saw some other guy sucking down on that before, so we'll leave that be for now. This almost feels too premium, and let's have a look at the third row. So this is 2+2+2, 6 seats, and as you can see, there is a lot of room back here. Let's swap into the back seats, and it is surprisingly roomy. Have a look at this. This must be the top line model, and I'm sure they'll probably offer this in Australia I'm thinking more when it comes to Australia, and you've got all the various controls. You've got USB-C, just the size too. I've not seen a third row this large and spacious in quite some time. This is impressive. And yeah, you've got air vents up here, lights. It's all very, very well equipped. Very, very nice. It's funny, Geely's supposed to be the budget brand, the cheap brand, but this M9 feels really fancy. Anyway, we'll have a quick look in the boot. Bang that bad boy. And with the rear row, the third row in, it's not a bad size. And check it out, you've got all the various options. Oh, air suspension, so you can drop the rear down to make loading and unloading easier. The power operated rear seats, you've got bag hooks, you've got, yeah, so basically compared to the other two cars, this has so much amenity in every single seat row, in the front seat, the middle seat, the back seat, the boot. This is the burger with the lot. That was a really, really interesting, fun, and at times a bit weird sort of test in a Chinese car park, but love the EX2. I think this little fella, it's rear drive, it's engaging, it's well built, it's charming, and it's under 30K for an EV. That's gonna be good. That's coming in the third quarter of 2026. Then, I think Mary, yes, it is the M9. It's not perfect, and I think they need to do a slightly cheaper version that's like not quite as powerful and not quite as ritzy, because if they got this at 60 grand, it would be awesome. And yes, it doesn't handle amazingly. There's a few quibbles, but it's big, and I think it could be a very good package. Sadly, forget. That is the M Grand. It actually handles really well. I kind of really want to like it, but it feels like a placeholder. Sedans, they're doing okay. There are certain models, but I'm not sure it's got a place in Australia. So there it is. There is my love, marry, and forget. Which would you have picked? Have your say in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.